appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got a little bit to get into today, man. First off, I want to wish a congratulations, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. Buccaneers get their second Super Bowl ring. Tom Brady gets his seventh Super Bowl ring and his fifth Super Bowl MVP. What an accomplishment, yo. I really thought Kansas City would win this game. I had Kansas City 31-27. I thought it was gonna be like the passing of the torch type of game where, you know, similar to when Simba, you know what I'm saying, like took over the torch and was on top of Pride Rock and it was all his now. But Mufasa ain't done. like Mufasa ain't done, man. So shout out to them, yo. Great defensive performance. Todd Bowles had a brilliant game plan. Um, I never thought I'd see the Kansas City Chiefs offense like not score a touchdown in a game, yo. Um, that's pretty crazy, yo. That's pretty crazy. So shout out to them for that. Well, football over now, yo. So now, we got to put a little bit of the focus now to basketball. Miami Heat have won two in a row after a very, very, very ugly start. Uh, LSU basketball is not playing good. Braves re-signed Marcelo Zuna. It's things to get into, man. But I know mostly we gonna get into the NFL. Plus, Carson Wentz, man. It appears that any moment now, Carson Wentz could be on the move, yo, which is just absolutely crazy. Something whenever I bought his jersey in 2017, that's something that I just never envisioned I would have to do is figure out what I'm gonna do with his jersey, yo. Let alone in like 3 to 4 years. So a Carson Wentz deal could be coming down pretty much at any moment now. Biggest team rumored is the Chicago Bears. Also, the Indianapolis Colts are rumored. I've been hearing lately that the San Francisco 49ers are now, in the mix for Carson Wentz. So, we on the alert for that, man. But a lot to get into, man. Whatever y'all want to do, man, y'all just get at me, man. Looking forward to it, man. Another live Q&A session. Yeah, man, a lot going on, yo. What's up, Daniel Connor? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up? What's going on? Yo, glad you could make it in. What's up, Crimson Brave? Appreciate you tuning in. Deshaun Watson must really want out of the Texans. Yeah, he do, but Houston don't want him to go nowhere. like Houston, like, look, man, you a Frank Bill O'Brien ain't here. like, I know you don't like this coaching hire and this and that, but Bill O'Brien gone. Like, let the new GM is like, let me fix this situation. Let me mend these fences. Just chill out, relax. But I'm curious to see what happens because Houston gonna want a lot for him. Gonna want a whole lot for him, yo. So I'm very, very curious, to see what happened. Oh, what's up, my boy? Gate City Blue Devil. Appreciate you so much for the super chat, yo. Devin White, though, damn, man. Woo, bruh, did he represent or what? like he represent for LSU, man, all day to the fullest. I am so proud of D White. Top 5 pick in the draft, and he looks like a superstar in the making. The way he played. He didn't play the Washington game because he had the COVID issue, but the way he played against the Saints, the Packers, and the Chiefs, he looks like a stud, a superstar, yo. I'm proud of him, man. He really represented for LSU. I'm proud of him and as well as Leonard Fournette and Kevin Minter. I know Honey Badger, Darrell Williams and Clyde Edwards-Helaire came up short, but I'm proud of those guys too, yo. LSU really, really put on for the Super Bowl yesterday. What's up, John Leger, my boy? What's going on, yo? Man, they made all the excuses in the world for Mahomes. If Lamar played like that, people would have ate him alive. That's a fair point, yo. That's a fair point. The thing with Mahomes is like a lot of people love Mahomes. Not to say nobody love Lamar, but a lot of people love Mahomes, and that caught a lot of people by surprise. like, like even the games. Think about even the games that the Chiefs have lost. Mahomes played well. It's just their defense was horrible. This was like by far Mahomes' worst game of his career. Um, to be fair to him, like, man, they had no protection. They had no protection, no run game. I mean, it was bad. Like Kelsey dropping passes. I mean, he made probably the greatest throw that I ever seen made by a quarterback, and the ball hit the guy in the helmet. I think that was my boy Darrell Williams. Like, he had it rough yesterday. But I still believe in him. I still think he big time. It's just Andy Reid, I don't know if that had a lot to do with the situation with his son, but Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy offensive game plan was not it yesterday. Like it was not on point yesterday. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was having real production, and they just did not keep giving him the ball. They kept like Tampa Bay was in basically two man under with two safeties deep, man underneath. Ran a little bit of a cover two here and there, and they still tried to like throw the ball deep down the field. Like you got to run the ball, short, quick passes. But they didn't adapt at all, and they got absolutely thrashed yesterday. All Bill O'Brien's fault. It is. Like if I'm Houston, I'm look, man. I'm telling them Bill O'Brien ain't there. Like, look, man, it ain't my fault. Bill O'Brien ain't there. Like, go on with that, man. We gonna get it right for you. What's up, Jay Steinhauer, my boy? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Duke? I hate Brady. I wish he would retire. I have more respect for Peyton Manning. Man, I tell you what, man. Like everybody who like dislikes Brady is really disliking him now. I never was a Brady guy. I hated him from '04 till 2017 because I always felt in my heart the Patriots cheated my Eagles for that '04 Super Bowl. But when we beat him in the Super Bowl a few years ago, I kind of stopped really hating him. But yeah, it's crazy. He got another one though. like, like people ready to see new blood. I thought Mahomes would have got it done. But I mean, the guy is amazing because I felt like Tampa Bay going into the season wasn't going to really do anything because, a lot of those guys I felt like were immature, like the Mike Evans and all those guys. And man, he really like he whipped that whole team and that whole coaching staff into shape, and they played their very, very, very best football absolutely when it mattered the most. So, what's up, my brother Patrell Benjamin? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. What's good, bro? You need to stop by my new house so we can chop it up. Hey, definitely, man. Text me the address. Uh, let's see what day, man. We're gonna chop it up, man. One of them days this week, man, or if not this week, early next week, I'm gonna definitely come holler at you, yo. But yeah, definitely, man. That's what's up, man. We do need to chop it up, man. Ain't seen you in a little minute, man. What's up, Terrence Dumas? Appreciate you tuning in. What up? What's going on, yo? Glad you could make it into the live. What's up, Amari Thomas? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugas? Carson Wentz need to grow up. He lost his job because he played like trash. I agree. Like he did lose his job because he played like trash. I absolutely agree with that. But I'm gonna say this: I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for the Jalen Hurts era. But to be a little bit fair to Wentz, like they didn't do the best they could around him, yo. Like, I mean, giving Alshon Jeffrey that terrible contract, drafting JJ Ortega Whiteside instead of DK Metcalf, drafting Jalen Rager instead of Justin Jefferson. Like, he got then draft though it looked like it may actually work out, but at the time of the decision, it was a terrible decision taking a quarterback in the second round when you needed pieces. So I understand his frustration, and from what I understand, he lost the locker room. Like I seen a thing where Miles Sanders basically when he found out Wentz might be getting traded, he celebrated. Like that lets you know all you need to know. Like he lost the locker room, yo. He lost it when Foles was there. He started regaining it again last year, and then he lost it again this year with Jalen Hurts being there. So, in fairness to him, he want to go somewhere where he feel appreciated. He feel like people, want to build a winner around him instead of always, replacing him or giving him the short end of the stick. So I'm gonna be fair to him when it come to that. But at the same time, though, like I am ready for the Jalen Hurts era. Never thought I would say that, but I'm ready for the Jalen Hurts era, yo. And now I gotta root for him. He better be really good for us or else. Yeah, man. He gonna be good for y'all, man. Y'all know Nick Saban got that rehabilitation clinic over there at Alabama for all these coaches. Lane Kiffin and who else that went? Well, Steve Sarkisian. He got that he got that rehabilitation clinic over there in Alabama. So I think Bill O'Brien gonna be the next product of that. All those guys eventually leave and become head coaches again. And now he crying. Yeah, I mean, to me personally, just let him go, man. Like it'll be best for him. It'll be best for us. But he didn't handle everything as much as we would like him to handle, as good as we would like him to handle it. But I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, what Hurts showing me a lot of really good leadership skills. He seems like someone who accepts coaching. So that's why I'm just ready to roll with Hurts. If I could get a first round pick from Wentz, man, that would be amazing. Now, unfortunately, Howie is the one gonna be making the picks again. So we know that could go bad. But nevertheless, get as many picks as we could, especially in the first round. What's up, Larry Lafitte? Appreciate you tuning in. What's happening? What's good, Joe? Glad you could make it into the live. What's up, Big Pain? Appreciate you tuning in. Mahomes had his left tackle and right tackle was got pressured into throwing 2 interceptions and fumble. Look, a vintage Wentz game, and that proves that the NFL situations win championships over the individual players. Yeah, I mean, Wentz did have to deal with that all year long, and Mahomes got better weapons than him, yo. Like Mahomes got Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey, and those guys there. It was a bad day. It was just a bad day for Kansas City Chiefs, players, coaches, and fans. They laid an egg, man. You got to give Tampa credit. Tampa was extremely aggressive. They came after them. They outcoached them severely. And Brady didn't do nothing spectacular. All he did was move the chains and protected the football. Like that's all. And he got a couple of calls in the second quarter, man. All right, he got a couple in the second quarter. But for the most part, he did what he had to do to win this game. But the defense to me, with Devin White to me, I knew they was gonna give it to Brady, but if they had to give the MVP to anybody but Tom Brady, it definitely could have went to Devin White, man. He really, really represented yesterday, yo. What's up, Stone Gar? I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, man, love your videos, brother. Hey, greatly appreciate that, yo. Greatly appreciate the support, yo. I didn't like the hire, so he better be great for us. He gonna be all right, man. I don't really remember, like, when was the last time that Alabama, hired an offensive slash defensive coordinator that Nick Saban had to fire? Like to me, all of them went on like what they had. What let's see. Obviously Steve Sarkisian just went to Texas. Before him, you had what Lane Kiffin. Went to Florida. What Atlantic was it? Yeah, Atlantic, and now he had Ole Miss. Before Lane Kiffin, they had who? What? Was it? Who was it? Oh, who was the OC? Y'all OC before Lane Kiffin. I know y'all had Jim McElwain back in the day, and he took a head coaching job at the time at Colorado State. Um, I'm trying to think who was the OC. I don't remember. It'll come to me. And all the defensive coordinators. Kirby Smart. Jeremy Pruitt went to Tennessee. Kirby Smart went to Georgia. Like he it's rare to me that it's rare that Nick Saban actually has to fire coaches because of, doing a poor job. I don't really recall that much. It's usually the coaches stay there until they get a head coaching job. So I think he gonna be all right over there. Honestly, I hope he goes there and he's terrible, but I think he gonna be all right. Is it me or did CBS News Scoreboard look terrible? I never really paid attention to it like that, to be honest with you. I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to it that much. I told you Wentz wasn't that good. Just a good situation, but you didn't want to hear that. Man, y'all ain't know that. Like, y'all was just being spiteful, man. So let me ask you this, man. So, what you think about Jalen Hurts then? Since you were okay, I give you that. You was telling me Wentz ain't all that, he trash and all that other stuff. When obviously we had no evidence that that was true. So you clearly predicted the future. So I gotta give you that. All right. So let me ask you, what Jalen Hurts gonna be like? Will Jalen Hurts be trash too, and we got to get rid of him, or is he gonna act, or do you think he gonna actually be a good quarterback? So let me ask you that right now because I don't want to hear if Hurts come out there looking good, or yeah, Hurts this and that, or if he look bad, then I told you he was gonna be bad. So let me know today on February 8th, the day right after the Super Bowl, what you think Jalen Hurts gonna be. What's up, Conroot girl, my friend? Appreciate you tuning in. Hello, Mr. Dugas. Sorry that your numbers didn't hit. Mine did 9-1, baby, all day. Ooh, man, you got that third and that fourth quarters. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. That's a blessing. Man, for me, I had Kansas City 3, um, and Tampa Bay 0. Like Kansas City kicks a field goal with like 5 minutes left in the first. So it's 3-0. I'm like, all right, all right. Tampa Bay moving the ball. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. You know, Brady just gotta move the ball and score points. Like, you know how he do. So I'm looking, but that clock ticking, that clock ticking. I'm like, come on, man. It's 30 something seconds left. If they run the football or throw a pass and they're tackled inbounds and it's not, as long as it's not an incomplete pass, but it's not a touchdown, the clock was gonna run out for the first quarter. And lo and behold, man, Gronk gets in the end zone, and I had to apologize to my head because I slammed it down on the ground when that happened out of frustration. I just couldn't believe that my numbers went away 30 seconds before the first quarter ended. I was just sick to my stomach. But yeah, shout out to you though. Not like them numbers hit twice. Like that's big time, big time, yo. Let's see, let's see. Houston isn't taking any calls on Washington. Yeah, like I honestly I don't blame them. Like now, if it get to a situation where you know you get to until the mandatory stuff comes up, like training. I would not trade Deshaun Watson before training camp. Now, if we get to training camp, this whole time from now until training camp, I'm trying to smooth things over. I'm trying to talk to him. I'm trying to see what he want to do. I'm trying to let him know who we going. I know we ain't got no top pick because of Bill O'Brien, but Bill O'Brien is gone. I'm trying to smooth things over, and I'm letting them know, look, man, we gonna build a winner here. I know you want to play in this city for this team that drafted you. I wouldn't take any calls for him, and I would try my best. Now, if it gets to a point where it's training camp and he's just making it obvious that he doesn't want to be there, similar to like what James Harden did with the Rockets, then at that point you got no choice but to trade him and just try to rack up things for the following draft, the following year. But if I'm them, I don't blame them. I'm trying my best to keep on to him too. Devin White is a beast. Woo! Yes, he is, yo. Yes, he is. Like he was absolutely dominant, yo. Dominant. I mean, everywhere. Like, not only is he big, fast, athletic, and strong, he's smart. Like he has great recognition. Like he knew where, like you could tell he did his film study. He knew where to be every time. Every time he knew exactly where to be. He was constantly around the ball, and he did that in all the games he played in the playoffs. Show. I mean, just sky's the limit for him. I'm just proud of him. I wish him, all health and just continue to keep grinding, yo. And he got Pro Bowls and all that coming his way real soon, yo. Were the Chiefs exposed? I won't really say it was exposed because I feel like, you know, they gonna have a healthier offensive line going forward. They ain't gonna have as many injuries on the O line. Um, and I just feel like Tampa got the best of them yesterday. I don't feel like that particular game plan would work against them every time. You remember Buffalo did something similar to them in the regular season when they had two deep safeties and Kansas City ran the football. Now I get it. Tampa Bay is a much more stout run defense than Tampa Bay is, but it was a couple of plays where Clyde Edwards-Helaire really gashed them, and Andy Reid just went and Bieniemy they just went away from that. So I feel like it's more on. I ain't gonna say it's more on because Bowles had a great game plan because it was a really good game plan, and it's the best game plan to use against that high-powered offense. You basically make them go 5 yards at a time instead of getting them 50, 60, 70-yard plays. But that's something that I feel like with better game planning, and more patience, that Kansas City will do a better job, adjusting to. So I won't really say they exposed. Plus, I don't think everybody has a Devin White like that in pass rushes like Pierre Paul and Barrett that could fly around like that. So I don't necessarily think they got exposed. I just think that they just got it handed to them yesterday. But I think other teams could come with that same similar game plan, next season, and they'll handle it a lot better. I want Jamar Chase. LSU is like the old Miami Hurricanes. Wherever you draft from, LSU is elite. Talk to me. Like, that's it, yo. Like, LSU players are out there right now doing it, man. And I'm just so happy. Justin Jefferson this year, Devin White doing this thing now. Edwards-Helaire, Fournette, Honey Badger, Peterson. He wasn't as great this year, but he's one of the better corners. Tre'Davious White, Jamal Adams in Seattle. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, yo. Like LSU, Jarvis Landry, of course. Whenever he's healthy, Odell Beckham Jr. The list just goes on and on and on from, LSU players that's just very, very productive in this league. And I think Jamar Chase is the next one that's going to come into the league and really, really do his thing. What's up, drama? XE Cleveland. Apologize, I said that wrong. Appreciate you tuning in, yo. The NFL, like the WWE, Brady phony go. Joe Montana is the real goat. I mean, I hear you, man. Everybody entitled to their own opinion, yo. But I got Tom Brady though, yo. I got Tom Brady. Joe Montana was a little bit before my time, though. I've watched a lot of highlights and stuff and seen the numbers and all that. But I mean, the man got seven. Like, I mean, I know people don't like him. I get it, but I mean, he got seven. And in the NFL, it is hard to win Super Bowls. And he went through a gauntlet. Like he beat Breeze in the Dome, Rodgers in Lambeau, and he beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Like he went through a gauntlet, yo. So I just gotta, give him all the credit in the world for that. He took a franchise that was not a winning franchise, a team that was 7-9 last year. Well, I know they added Leonard Fournette and Gronk and Antonio Brown, but Gronk didn't really start contributing until later in the year. Antonio Brown got there later in the year. Leonard Fournette for a lot of the season wasn't even a starter. It was Ronald Jones. So Tampa basically came back with the same team and the same coaching staff that they had last year. And he goes there and he just gets them, whips them into shape. No OTAs, no preseason games, none of that. And they're Super Bowl champs. They start playing there just like the New England Patriots would do. They would start off kind of slow, kind of sluggish. Then in the middle of the season, late in the year, they'll hit their stride and go into the playoffs hot and then win a Super Bowl. So that's, to me, he the GOAT to me, yo. I hear you. I respect that. But, to me, he the GOAT, yo. What's up, Fly Eagles, Fly for life. Appreciate you tuning in. Duga, what's up, my guy? What's going on? Yo, glad you could make it into the live, yo. The reports in Houston that Esterby is the problem. He's the chaplain turned football operations, and he was on board with the Hopkins trade. Yeah, like if that's the case, that's not good. Like that's not good. Clearly it's something over there, and you got a great point right there because clearly something is still going on over there. Like because Bill O'Brien to me was the main problem and he gone, but they gotta sit Deshaun Watson down and they gotta talk to him and they gotta hear him out. Yo, like this is your franchise quarterback. Like, you know, he deserves, he deserves to be heard out, yo. Like he deserves to be heard. And I feel like, they should hear him out and they should, at least value his opinions. Now, does that mean he got to handpick everything? No. But clearly he's upset about something and you got to sit down and talk to him and figure out what's going on and find a solution. You don't just trade him, but then you don't just ignore him neither. So they got a lot of mending fences to do over there in Houston. If you gave anyone that offensive line, they would be unstoppable. Who that Tampa Bay offensive line? They played well. They really did. I think they got to Brady one time, like in the first quarter, but they really did hold their own too. Devin White is a beast. Yeah, that guy, man, that's my guy, yo. Like that's my guy, yo. I'm extremely, extremely, extremely proud of him. He really did his thing. He really represented it. I enjoyed it, man. That was fun. What's up, KB Brown? Appreciate you tuning in. How you doing, Mr. Dugas? Just a thought. If you were Eagles, can trade Carson Wentz to Chicago and get the Bears first round pick in exchange, will you be okay with drafting Terrence Marshall at 20? Yes. Like, yes, I would. I absolutely would. Um, that would give us a lot of flexibility. If we get another first round pick because now I hope Jamar Chase is there at 6, but my instincts tell me he won't be there. Um, so you could go, Patrick Surtain Jr. or Caleb Farley at corner. You could go Michael Parsons at linebacker, and then turn around get a guy like Terrence Marshall at 20. So I would love it, yo. I mean, whatever player we were supposed to get, Foles, Cohen, or whatever, if it happens, if the rumors are true, I'll be okay with that. But for me, the number one thing is getting a first round pick for this draft because we need to start getting some young, instant impact players on this roster. What's up with not with Juanita Bricks? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, do you think them having a statue of Nick Foles and not made him feel this way? I don't know about the statue. They should have put two statues, Foles and Wentz. Um, I mean, I'm okay with the statue because it was such an iconic play in Eagles history. Because the statue is basically, Foles telling Dougie P, "You want Philly, Philly." So I'm okay with the statue because you know, it's an iconic play for an iconic moment in this franchise's history. And if Wentz can't understand that, I mean, I don't get hurt. Like, I mean, he can't understand. All like a lot of this though is on him because it's like you kept getting injured, man. Like you got injured, so Foles was able to go in and close the deal when you could have possibly closed the deal. Um, then you turn around and get injured again, and Foles takes the team, nearly beats the Saints in the second round. Then, last year you did good, got us in the playoffs, and then you get hurt in the playoff game. Like to where Howie feels in his mind, oh, I gotta spend a second round pick on a quarterback because Wentz you never know when he gonna just go out there and decide to get hurt. And so it's like, you know, I get it, but at the same time, you do got to keep playing. Like you do got to keep playing and being as professional as you can. I understand his frustration and him being upset, but then at the same time, like a lot of people say, Green Bay could have gotten another receiver for Aaron Rodgers in the first round. They took a quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers, all he did was win MVP. So it's like, I mean, he does got to play better, but I'm okay with the statue because it's an iconic moment in franchise history. And to be quite honest, like Wentz hasn't earned the statue yet. Like apparently he never will now if we trade him, but he hasn't earned the statue yet. What's up, Jamal Marshall? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugas? Would you take a QB at 6 if one of these top QBs fall? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. The only one that I'm really high on, obviously, is Trevor Sunshine Lawrence. The other guys got talent, but they have question marks. Justin Fields is very talented, but at times he's inconsistently accurate. Zach Wilson, honestly, I don't know enough about him. Trey Lance, another one, come from Carson Wentz school. I don't know enough about him. So me, nah, you got an opportunity to get a instant impact wide receiver, linebacker, cornerback, whatever they decide to do. I don't feel like a quarterback at 6 is worth it. You roll with Hurts, for a couple of years or whatever, see how he does. If he's looking like he's not gonna get it done, then guess what? You have players in place to whenever your next quarterback come in, the team is a little more complete. Kind of similar to what Tampa Bay did. They added weapons and weapons and weapons for Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston didn't get it done. He gets out the way. He moves on. They bring in Tom Brady. They're Super Bowl champs. Like so. I would not take a QB at 6 at all, unless only one I would be willing to take that chance on. Is Lawrence, and obviously he not gonna get past number 1 with Jacksonville and Urban Meyer. Walking to him, Wentz is trash. Decision making is terrible. Hurts is the future. I mean, we're gonna see, man. I'm excited about Hurts being the future. I don't know about Wentz being terrible. He had a terrible year. We'll find out with Wentz's new team, Chicago or the Colts or whatever, if it was just a terrible year or if he really, really just lost it. Like, or if the Monstars from Space Jam took his talents away, like they did, like Patrick Ewing and Charles Barkley and all them. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see, yo. But I am excited, to move on with Hurts. What's up, vegan hippie? Appreciate you tuning in. Mike Losky, the coach of my Terps, used to be the OC of Bama in 2018 with Tua. He was previously fired from New Mexico and then later went on to Bama. Oh, all right. Appreciate that nugget. Appreciate you letting me know that. And yeah, like, he another one. He got fired previously, but he another one. Like he got it. He got another coaching opportunity. So it's like I don't really see many coaches under Nick Saban that Nick has to fire, because of poor performance. They usually do a good job under him, and they do a good enough job to where, like we've seen over the years, they go on and get head coaching jobs. I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Duga. I'm excited about LSU this year. I think we can go 10-2 and win a New Year's Six bowl, or at least win 7 or 8 games. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. I'm excited about this team also. I love all of the coaching additions. I was kind of about, like Durante Jones at first. But when I'm hearing them talk and looking, hearing this interview and looking a little more and more into him, I think it could really, really work out. Love all the other hires. I love Pete's and Mangas, on the offensive staff. I love Andre Carter, not only a top 10 NFL, player, but a guy that was a D-line coach in the NFL, just last season. And then, you got the guy coming, the D coordinator from Miami, coming in coaching the linebackers. You got 20 starters returning with a very, very, good freshman class coming in. A lot of experience on this team. I'm excited myself. I definitely do think 10-2 New Year's Six Bowl to me should be the New Year's Six Bowl to me should be the expectation. Like that's what we should definitely be shooting for this season. I'm excited as well. I can't wait to. Pray for Andy Reid and the 5-year-old fighting for her life. Do you think this mess with Andy Reid's play calling? Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Prayers to the little girl, the little 5-year-old girl that was involved in the accident. From what I'm understanding is she's in a coma right now, fighting for her life. Just a very, very sad, tragic situation. And yeah, prayers for Andy Reid. Also, cause man, like when Andy Reid was with us, man, like he had issues with his sons, man. He tragically lost a son, years ago. And then the son he has now has had a history, of getting in trouble of run-ins with the law. He cleaned his life up. He was a coach, but people really got demons that they battle with. And he's in a lot of hot water. Especially if this poor little girl, can't make it. So yeah, man, like prayers to the little girl, prayers to her family. Just a very, very sad situation, man. And I really hope she could pull through, and have a normal life. And not to make excuses, but to me that had to be on his mind. Like your son is in a situation like that. Your son is in a real situation like that. Literally 2 days before the game. Um, yeah, it had to be on his mind. The whole team just looked lethargic, yo. They just didn't have the swagger that they normally have, the juice that they normally have. And it definitely showed, yo. But, at the same time, no excuses. Um, you gotta give those guys, you gotta give them credit, yo. You gotta definitely give Tampa Bay a whole lot of credit. What's up, Mary Martell, my friend? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. Hey, Dugas, what's going on, yo? Glad you could make it into the live, yo. Jalen Hurts, the truth, man. Y'all gonna be nice once y'all build around him. I just hope they don't give him small weapons like they did them all because my boy running around with no true number one. All right, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. So you believe in Hurts. That's what's up. Yeah, I do think Baltimore do need one more red zone threat type of wide receiver. I think a guy that's I don't know what Baltimore's salary cap situation is like. I think Allen Robinson would be a good receiver in Baltimore. I know he's a free agent. He's a physical wide receiver that could play on the outside and catch 50-50 balls, which is something Lamar needs. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know their salary cap situation, but if they have the money, if I'm Baltimore, Allen Robinson is somebody that I'm definitely looking into. Devin White reminds me of Derek Brooks. Yeah, man, Devin White. Man, what a sensational performance, man. I'm just so happy for him. He just was everywhere, looking all bit of a superstar as any linebacker. That's the best linebacking playoff play that I've seen in a very, very, very long time, yo. You think Bama got enough talent to get to the Final Four in the tournament? Uh, they could go on a run. I mean they can, because honestly, I know Gonzaga and Baylor are like the two pretty much dominant teams. And after that, it's really, Villanova is good. They always pretty good with Jay Wright. But yeah, they got a shot. If they, especially, I mean, if they shoot the basketball the way they did against LSU and Baton Rouge, like they could beat anybody. But they got a shot to go on a run. I really, really like their coach Nate Oates a lot. They got some veteran players over there with a little mixture of youngsters. And they play fast. They play hard on the defensive end, and they play with a lot of continuity offensively. So I definitely think they do have the ability to go on a run and make some noise in the tournament. What's up, Sir Nando 27? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. What's going on, Mr. Dugar? Gonna be another great off season. Yeah, it will be. I'm looking forward to it, yo. And to me, I'm just waiting on this Carson Wentz news. Like I'm waiting to see what's gonna go on with Carson Wentz, yo. That's something that I'm really, really intrigued to see. And yes, it definitely will be a very, very, very interesting off season. What's up, Malik Baker? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugas? Fly Eagles Fly. That's right, yo. Fly Eagles Fly. What's going on, yo? Glad you could make it into the live, yo. The Houston Texans need to sit Deshaun Watson down. They need to beg him to stay like he like he sweat in the 90s. Hopefully we'll have a change of heart. They can make it last forever. Hey, that is gold. I like that, man. That is gold right there, man. That's gold, man. Shout out, hey, KB Brown. Shout out to you for that. That's gold right there, yo. Yeah, yeah. They gotta sit him down, yo. They gotta sit him down and beg him and tell him, look, man. Like you can't go nowhere. You can't. Please, like, please stay. Don't go nowhere, man. Shout out to Keith Sweat too, man. I was listening to Keith Sweat the other night, man. I'm saying to myself, man, to say he got that little sheepish type of voice, man, he had some hits, yo. He had some hits, man. Shout out to Keith Sweat. But that's good stuff, man. I like the way you put that, yo. Who can knock off KC or Tampa Bay next season? Well, clearly we got to see what's up with these drafts and free agency. A lot of key players gonna be moving around. There's gonna be players that unexpectedly get cut, or released or traded. So clearly I would have to know all that before I really know. But just going off of how the rosters look today, as far as Kansas City, man, I don't know, man. They tough. Like in the AFC, I just don't feel like Lamar has enough. And I think he needs to continue to improve as a passer. Buffalo got a lot of talent, but I don't really think that, I don't know. Buffalo, I felt like kind of overachieved a little bit this year. They had a great season, but I feel like they overachieved just a little bit this year. And obviously, Deshaun want to get out of Houston, so it's like in the AFC. But if I had to pick one to go up against the Chiefs in the AFC, I guess right now it would have to be Buffalo. Though a team like though a team like the Dolphins, if they could get Tua some weapons and Tua could improve, they got a very good defense. The Dolphins could be a team that could jump up and do some things. Who gonna play quarterback for the Patriots? They're another team. The Chargers, they got Justin Herbert over there. They could do some things, but the number one team I would say right now, I would say the Bills again. But honestly, I don't really think nobody mess with them. And as far as the NFC is such. I really want to see how Tampa Bay do next year because the NFC is such a revolving door. Teams in the NFC, we haven't had an NFC team go to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row since the Seahawks went. Every year it's been, new blood. It's been somebody new. Like last year you had the 49ers pop up out of nowhere. The year we won the Super Bowl, we kind of popped up out of nowhere. Um, for Tampa Bay and the NFC, yo, hmm, the Saints got a lot of talent, but clearly they got questions at quarterback. Breeze gonna retire. I mean, I guess Green Bay, I guess I would have to say Green Bay for right now. But what I definitely need to see though is what happens in his offseason because somebody is gonna get a whole lot better with this free agency and in the draft, and somebody is gonna fall off. So that's the beauty of the NFL. Every year is somebody new coming out of nowhere and just really making some things happen and it's somebody who you expect to be really good, whether it's the injuries or just bad luck or just poor play. they end up underachieving big time. So that's what makes this thing just really really fun and unlike any other sporting league. I wouldn't say the Chiefs got exposed. It definitely gave them a wake up call. But let's be honest, Tampa had three number one receivers with two number one running backs and a historic tight end. I picked them at start. Besides the Chiefs, nobody in this league has the firepower to go point for point with Tampa. They really have a Pro Bowl team in Tampa. Nah, Tampa got really good personnel. When you watch them yesterday on every level of their team, on the offensive line, Tristan Wirfs, the rookie, has been really, really good. And then when you have Tom Brady in general, your offensive line is better because he's such a good decision maker. He gets the ball out of his hands so quick. Running back, like you said, Leonard Fournette was a Pro Bowl running back. Ronald Jones was a second round running back. Mike Evans was a top 10 pick at wide receiver. Chris Godwin was a Pro Bowler last year. Antonio Brown, obviously we know the history of him, how many Pro Bowls that he's racked up. Gronk is though he's older, is still a Hall of Fame tight end. Cameron Brate is a solid tight end. Jason Pierre-Paul was a Pro Bowler. Shaquille Barrett was a Pro Bowler. Vita Vea was a top 10 pick. Ndamukong Suh, though he's older, also was a top 2 pick. Devin White, top 5 pick. Levante David, Pro Bowl. Antoine Winfield, second round pick. The only thing, they got young players in the secondary that don't really have accolades like that, but they play well. But they've played well, and they're continuing to just get better and better and better. So, yeah, Tampa Bay definitely does have a very, very good loaded team, and they put it together right in time when they needed to. Cleveland might be the team to beat in the AFC next year if they get a couple of more pieces. Yeah, Cleveland got a side. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, good point. I forgot to mention them. With that running game with Chubb and Hunt and Baker being better, Landry. We're gonna see what they do with Beckham. A lot of people feel like they're gonna trade him because Cleveland feels like they don't need him. They got young receivers ready to step up. So we gonna see. But yeah, they are. Ooh, excuse me. They are another team, that could definitely make a lot of things happen. And Pittsburgh, man, if Pittsburgh could get a running game, if they could get like a Mark Ingram or draft like a Najee Harris or somebody in the draft, if they could get a consistent run game, I think Big Ben will be back for one more year. Big Ben still can sling the ball around pretty good. If they could get a consistent run game to go along, they probably gonna lose Juju, but they still got some really good young wide receivers. They're another team that could really make some things happen and make a lot of noise. Brady literally could run just go routes and toss it in the end zone every play, and 3 out of 4 times it's touchdown. Yeah, yeah, he really turned it on and peaked at the absolute perfect time, yo. Shout out to them for that, yo. All right, y'all, man. I'm about to roll out, man. Appreciate everybody into the live, man. I know football is pretty over now, but we got a lot of off-season football stuff coming up. We'll start kind of slowly getting into basketball a little bit. But appreciate everybody tuning into the live. Stay tuned for the videos throughout the week. Lord willing, I'll be back on with y'all the same time next Monday. So y'all come check me out, man. Until then, thank y'all for tuning in, yo. Y'all have a blessed night.